I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route. I leave them outline when I hear them. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Let's go. Go from sideline to put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Let's go. Go from sideline to touchdown. I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Trevor Davis on the return.
Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since '08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And you know how they say it's not about the money? Sometimes it is about the money. Matt Ryan is going to average $30 million in salary per year now as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and he more than deserves it. The NFL's MVP in 2016.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have here in this first quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Panthers take over.
Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid.
At the 20-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now left side on the swing pass. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. That's a nice play and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson on the touchdown pass from Teddy Bridgewater. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken way up at the 25. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a draw play for Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, 64 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted in speed, we talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
Fielded cleanly. It's loose. And this will be a sails over the end line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50 and out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. He's going to look deep for more. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught at the 3. Now he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Panthers are going to jump back in front. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down.
On second down, here's the option.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's looking for Todd Gurley, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley. An 80-yard touchdown. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that
I'm
penalty.
so confused. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for this. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stumped the fake, and they take over the ball.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds. To go before halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing again. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Matt Ryan. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half.
Sterling Hawker.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. It kind of worked for us during this game. Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
See how they respond now. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Keeps the score.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel, when they put the foot.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turn. Over there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be... Scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that. You
know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
On 1st down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 95 yards. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Dan Quinn's his offense. Let's try and get two more. Ryan. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go. Thanks to this Carolina defense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Panthers turn to their nick.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Intended target on that with Russell Gage.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again. Ryan. most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing, Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And how about this decision? Tie game, fourth quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. And a good job here by the... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephen Weatherly. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Completes this short throw to Stocker. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now. From the 33. Now Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Around 27 yards.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Here's Bridgewater. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Pick up there, 26 yards. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now Bridgewater. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
I'm trying to get revenge. Rookie of a lot of love. What's up, bro?
Deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more
accurate. Yes, sir.
This now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play. It puts them in position.
Hold on, I'm playing Madden. The game's only 13 more seconds and it's over. And guess what? I'm in the lead. I came back out of nothing.
Offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get yourself
Yeah, we was cracking, bro. We was grinding. 21 kills, though. I beat my highest score. I can't, bro. I mean, we can do it till at least 1 a.m., but that's it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And this will be
yeah. It's game.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. One last
Sure,
shot
hold on.
He's gonna let it
Please intercept. Please intercept. Please intercept. No, get that. Oh, almost intercepted it. Hey, bro, it's game. I won.
Comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Going into the
I'm gonna take a screenshot. Hold on.
They knew that they needed some
38
there at the very end, but they
I think 33.
However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down
38 to 35.
You're wondering, could it happen?
I came up out of nothing.